Hi guys, it's Carson. How are you? This is my very first video. I'm so excited and a little bit nervous, and I just thought that I would just jump in and make a video about a fairly simple card that y'all haven't seen yet. So here's the card. It's made mostly with Carolina Moon kit contents from Studio Calico. It's simple to make, but it's very cute, and I kind of like the elegant nature of the brass metallics on it and the cute little bow, which is always fun. Anyway, I just thought I would show you how I did it. So here I gathered all my supplies. As you can see, lots of pretty stuff. Okay, so always want to make sure you have a card base handy. I cut my card bases all at once. You know, I'll sit down while I'm watching Netflix or something and make a whole bunch of these guys. I love to score and bend at the top. I don't know, for some reason top fold cards just get me excited. So that's what I'm doing with pretty much all my cards these days. Occasionally I'll do a sideways card, and I'll also want to fold it at the top. So I have a few of those that I've made, but most of my cards are vertical top folds. The paper I use is the Michaels 110-pound cardstock, which I absolutely adore. It's so nice and thick. You can see here, it's just really thick and lovely. So I have one of those. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this beautiful paper down. It's like a cream and a Griffin paper from one of the kits. Cut it down to this size, which is, you know, approximately 4 by 5 1/4. Let's try that. Ooh, excuse me. That's Maggie, by the way, if you can see the kitty. She is a doll, but she always gets in my way, as they are wont to do. Okay. So there's 4. Oh, that little edge is crumply, so we'll get that off of there. 4 by 5 1/4. Let's see how that fits on our cardstock. So it's a little bit bigger than the other one, but that's fine, we'll go with it. So there you go, and now we're gonna do our stamping. So as you can see on here, I stamped with a circle stamp in the, I believe it's the glass slipper. It might be the mint hint, but I'm pretty sure it's the glass slipper. So let's do that. I love this glass slipper ink because it's so, it's just so light. And I like that. I like that it can give a background. I like having bold inks, but I also like having the ability to make things a lot lighter. Oh, and I'm using this circle stamp from this set right here. Not sure where I know it's Studio Calico, but I'm not exactly sure which kit it came in. But I love the smaller stamps, the full stamps, and then the outlines. I think it's a really fun set. And then, you know, these are kind of modern and hip, and they're great for project life and for card making. All right, so here's my stamp, here's my ink, here's some cat hair. All right. So all I did here was just pick some spots and stamp off the side. There you go. And then you get that nice subtle, nothing too centered look. Like that. Make sure you get enough of the ink. And just stamp around until you're happy with the number of circles you have. And it looks random, but it looks full enough. And let's do one more, maybe right about there. And then another one down here. Yeah, just so you're happy with the pattern of the circles that you've made. Easy stamping, done. Clean off my stamp. All I do is stamp it off until I can see no more ink, and I'm done, and I put my stamp away. I'm loving these Color Theory dye inks. I love how they stack. I have so many inks that don't fit onto one another, and they just slide around my drawer, and it's so frustrating, but these stack, and I love how fast and easy they are. They're just so easy to pull out, stamp off your stamp, be done. You don't have to clean anything. It's great. It's perfect for easy stamping, you know, no technique stamping. Okay, so I've got my base. Now I'm just going to adhere that to the card base like that. I'm using my Elmer's tape runner. It's actually the dot runner. It's repositionable, which I love because I make mistakes all the time. I think I wanted it that way, yeah. And it's super cheap at Michael's, so I can take my coupon in and buy a set of refills and, you know, for a couple bucks. And it hasn't broken on me yet, which I can't say for any other tape runner I've tried to use. They all break. So I'm a big fan of this Elmer's tape runner. Anyway, that's on there. Okay, so now I want to cut this beautiful brass pink paper because I'm going to make these tags right here. I've never done this cute little tag across the bottom thing before this card, and I loved it. Every time I see it, I love it. So I thought I would try it, and my die collection is increasing every day. It's really fun to collect dies. And so I have these Avriel Simply Tags dies, and so I'm just using this tag die right here. And I wanted to make sure, excuse me, Maggie. I wanted to make sure that that I did half the circle for each die. So I'm going to line it up something like that, and then on the other side I'm going to line it up on a different one, probably one on the edge since you're not going to see much of it, maybe right here, and I'm going to line it up like that, and so then it'll look like the circle has been cut in half, and then they'll have this circle on the other side. Okay, I'm back from die cutting, and I've got my two tags. So here's this one. I'm going to just lay that. I like how it overlaps and it goes off the white part of the card a little bit. So this one I'm going to cut down. Once I get in position, I'll just cut that one off using the line of the card and my scissors. So I want these to pop. I want these to pop off the card, as you can see here. Here, I'll try and get that so you can see it. I want these to pop off, and what I've been using lately for larger surfaces like this is this foam. I'm a big fan of Jennifer McGuire. I watch all her videos, and she's using foam. I went and got some sticky back foam, which I love, so I don't have to use too much adhesive. You know, I still have to use a little adhesive on one side, but it has its own adhesive and it works really well. So all I'm going to do is use my scissors and cut some pieces off. Like this. That will fit for the most part. Let's trim it down a little bit. There we go. And I just peel off the sticky back and plop it right on there, like so. And then I use my handy dot roller and add some more adhesive. And down it goes. And we'll put it right about there. And just lining it up with that edge and putting it on there. So there we go, there's one. And then this one, we'll do right about there, so it don't need a lot of adhesive. Here, we'll take this piece that I cut off and we'll cut it in half. Excuse me. And we'll put it right there. And then I'll just take a little bit more. And that's what I love about this stuff, is you can use as much or as little as you want, and a sheet goes a long way. And it is super inexpensive. Again, a Michael's purchase. I think it was like $5 for a pack about that thick of, you know, adhesive backed fun foam. Use your coupon, you're golden. Oops, and then that happens. It really does stick. Okay, and then we're gonna put that on there, maybe right about there. Looks pretty good. And then we're just gonna cut that off. Try and line it, keep it lined up as much as possible. There we go. there's our tag. Now the tricky part of this card is getting the bow into the holes and tied. But you know, it takes a little bit of time, but it's totally worth it in the end. And it's a futzy thing. You gotta futz with the bow forever. So let's do the rest of it and then we'll do the bow last. I love these thickers. They're from the Carolina Moon kit. I believe they're from the scrapbook kit. And you know, there aren't enough letters to make me happy, but they have 2 X's, so I'm happy about that. And I just think they're beautiful. I would use them on everything. I would buy them. I would buy a million of these if I could, but I can't, and that's okay, because it's good to get new and different scrapbook supplies. All right, so there's my X. Line it up with the O. Push it down, and then I have another one of those beautiful hearts, which are also from a Studio Calico kit, but now I can't find it. Ah, here it is. Sticky back, which I love. All you gotta do is peel it off, not waste your own adhesive. If you can find the right spot to peel it off, sometimes they're not so simple, and they want to peel off the cardboard background as well. There we go. I think I got it. There we go. Okay, right on the O. There we go. All right. Like I said, simple card, pretty and easy. Okay, I have some more of this. I don't need much. I'm going to use the whole thing just to make my bow tying easy, and then I'm going to snip off the ends. I have a ton of ribbon, so I'm not a huge stickler for you know, conserving it too much, because I've got a ton of it and I don't use it enough. So when I do use it, I just make it easy on myself and keep it nice and long. I'm gonna cut that one. And I'm sure I waste a ton of it, but it makes me happy not to have to fiddle with tiny, tiny pieces. All right, so there's that. I'll conserve a little bit because it is pretty. Okay, and then we're gonna tie just like that. See, then you just, I think the best way to do it is to do the rabbit ears. That always seems to work better for me. So rabbit ears, and then rabbit ears, tie them around, and almost, boop. And then you just have to futz. So if anybody knows how to tie a bow better than this, please feel free. Enlighten me, because bow tying is just not my favorite thing. There we go, look at that. It's coming together now. So we're just gonna shorten, shorten, and then, you know, I'm thinking I might staple it or something. Okay, so there's that, and now we're just gonna clip that end. Maybe clip this end a bit, because we don't want it on the X, do we? We don't want it to cover the X. There we go. Okay, now I will probably spend another hour futzing with that bow until I get it looking the way I want it to. But for now, that is good enough. So there's the card, almost an exact replica. And yeah, I mean, I think part of card making is that you don't have to do something, you know, crazy fancy every time. Just simple and elegant is, you know, always appreciated by the receiver. All right, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll be making some more. Thanks again for watching. Bye.